Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Cousins Gymnasium for this non-conference clash between the UMass Dartmouth Corsairs and your very own Tufts University Jumbos. I am Andrew Macmillan, along with my perennial co-host Trevor Rousseau. This is our fifth or sixth time doing games together now for JumboCast, right?
It's around there.
It's around there. We did a lot of volleyball. I don't think we did any. I think that was actually probably
we did a soccer game.
We did a soccer game together. That's right. That was good fun. That was just anyway, beside the point. The weather outside might be frightful. It has been snowing, but in Cousins, it is doing nothing but raining threes, or so these teams, I think, would like to have. Your Tufts University Jumbos are 14-6 at the moment, with a 4-3 home record and a 9-3 away record. So only, kind of close to 500 here in their home court of Cousins Gymnasium. But the UMass Dartmouth Corsairs are only 2-5 in away tilts. So the Jumbos will be hopefully looking to capitalize on the I don't want to say weakness, but maybe a vulnerability I think that the Corsairs present. It's a vulnerability that I think can also be tacked onto the small size of this Corsairs team. We were talking about this before the national anthem, Trevor. It's a small team, and what do you make of that for the Corsairs?
Well, yeah, they have a lot of guys playing a lot of minutes. No Corsairs player actually averages under 5 minutes a game, which is surprising. A couple even averaging 30. And one of those players to actually look out for is number 30, Arinze Obiora, who has been putting up 17.2 points per game and 10 rebounds a game. So he's averaging a double-double. If the Jumbos want to win tonight, they're going to have to stop him.
Absolutely. And one of those biggest sort of conversations I have with people who are bigger basketball fans than I am, it's just every time it's about the star power playmaking ability of certain players for each team that can swing the game's momentum in one direction or the other. So absolutely be keeping an eye on Obiora for the majority of the game. Can you say anything the same about the Tufts roster, about the Jumbos?
Yeah, well, the Tufts have three 10-point, at least 10-point scorers. They have their senior guard, Vincent Pace, averaging 18. Sophomore guard, Eric Savage, great name, averaging 14 a game. And KJ Garrett, the senior guard, averaging 10.4. And they're all rebounding fairly well. So this is going to be a pretty close matchup in terms of points, rebounds, and the like.
Tip-off won by the Jumbos there, and that's going to be number 4, Everett Dayton, who drives towards the basket. Out back to Dayton. Dayton looking around. He finds Lapham, who scores the first points of the game. Jumbos take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, great cut by Lapham. He just went right under the basket, and they did not notice him at all until it was too late.
Brandon Williams Jr. taking a look around the defense. He's going to bounce pass out to the wing for Atakan Akam. Akam back out to Ashworth. Ashworth's shot's going to bounce off, and that's going to be a long downtown pass back to Lapham, who draws the foul and makes the layup for a potential 3-point play. Good start for Lapham here as the Jumbos take a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, risky pass there by Savage, but it clearly paid off as Lapham was able to corral that and drive to the basket for the contact and a chance at a 3-point play.
Shots up, and that's good. 3 points for Lapham and a 5-0 Jumbo lead. Williams Jr. back on the ball for the Corsairs. Obiora down at the post. Williams drives, comes back, drives. It's going to be a pass all the way out to number 12, Marquise Jones. Jones back to Ashworth, and Ashworth's shot is going to miss.
Yeah, Ashworth clearly not happy with that miss there, but also
back out to Savage. That's going to be a turnover, and another turnover right back to Dayton. Dayton to Lapham. Lapham out to Pace. Pace drives, pass to Savage there, and Savage is going to make his first layup of the game, 7-0 in favor of the Jumbos. Good rhythm found by the Jumbos now.
Both teams need to watch out with their passes. They're getting a little risky here.
Williams to Akam. Akam back out to Jones. That's Jones to Obiora, whose shot falls in. First Corsair points of the game, 7-2 in favor of the Jumbos.
Yeah, clearly as the post game solidified there, easy floater there for Arinze Obiora.
Racy's pass to Vinny Pace is going to clank off of Pace's hand, excuse me, not off of Pace's hands, off of another Corsair defender, in giving that one over to Dayton. Dayton to Savage, clanks off the rim, and that's going to be corralled by Akam. Akam back to Williams, checking the defense. Driving against Lapham, in for a layup, and that's going to be good. 7-4 in favor of the Jumbos.
Nifty moves there by the sophomore guard Williams Jr., averaging 7.1 points per game.
That's going to be a defensive foul on Obiora. Ball out to Dayton for an inbound. First personal foul for Obiora. Back to Dayton. Dayton looks, back to Lapham. Lapham out to Savage. Savage challenged. He drives, double teamed, back out to the key. Lapham for three. It's good. That's going to be Lapham's first three of the game. 7 points on the night so far for Lapham.
Yeah, actually exceeding his per game averages there. Clearly the Corsairs are worried about cutting the basket. They committed 2 under the net there, but that actually allowed for Lapham to get open outside the arc. So good start for the Jumbos so far, 10-4.
A little bit rough on Obiora there. That's going to be a defensive foul, and that'll bring Patrick Racy's first foul of the game, and the Jumbos first as well. That'll be back to the post to be inbounded by Ashworth. Ashworth to Jones. Jones going to...
I think that was a block by Savage there.
Oh. Good defense by the Jumbos, keeps it up. Ball stays on the Tufts end. Williams.
Yeah, pass a little low there by Williams. Great assistant guard, averages 3.7 a game, but that pass was clearly not on the mark, and had it hit, it probably would have been 2.
Dayton quickly brings this back into Corsair territory. Vinny Pace driving, screened, and that's going to draw a foul for Pace. He'll go to the line for his free shots. Third team foul for the Corsairs. First shot from Pace is going to clank off the rim. No good.
Vincent Pace is a 70.3% shooter from behind the line.
That's up and in. 11-4 in favor of the Jumbos. Quick pass. Corsairs want to keep this game moving swiftly. Williams Jr. back on the Obiora's shot is going to clank. Ball still up, but that's going to be corralled by Pace, who drives it back. Pace back to Savage. Savage brings it back, but that's Racy underneath, whose layup is going to be good. 13-4 in favor of the Jumbos.
Yeah, once again, the Jumbos killing them with those backcourt cups, and I don't think the athletic rebounding by Pace helped there. Clearly got the Corsairs out of sorts.
Will Brady on the ball. That's back to Williams Jr. Jr.'s shot is going to be a little too aggressive. Obiora does a great effort to corral it, but is not going to be good enough. Racy takes it back out to Pace. Challenged by Akam. Akam still on Pace. Pace to Racy. Racy crosses out to Lapham. Lapham on Obiora. Couple fakes, nothing good. Dayton drives back from the three-point line. It's going to clank off the rim and be corralled this time by Ashworth. Ashworth driving. Challenged first by Dayton. He's going to drive towards the rim. Nothing good for him. And that's going to be a quick pass back out to Lapham. Lapham to Savage. Driving against Obiora, and that's going to be good for 2 points. Another nice layup from Eric Savage. And that was just a great move. Just entirely beat Obiora there. Just wasn't anything for him.
Yeah, Savage has that great speed while he's dribbling. He averages 14 points, second highest scorer for the Jumbos. Clearly he's been a problem so far, as he has 4 points already. But
story of the game so far has to be Lapham's hot start. That's just, it's a little ridiculous. He said he already has surpassed his per game average with this flurry.
Yeah, he's hit all 3 shots from the floor, as well as converting that 3-point play. So clearly a lot of offensive output from a player that the Corsairs didn't expect to have that so far.
So what do the Corsairs have to do? This is by no means an insurmountable obstacle at this point in time. 11 points with almost 16 minutes left in the game. But what are the Corsairs? What do the Corsairs have to tighten up on?
Well, Corsairs, their defense isn't one of the greatest. They allow 45.6% shooting from the field, and right now I think those numbers are being bolstered by their weak interior defense. They're allowing a lot of cuts to the basket to go through, and they're clearly worried about that, committing extra defenders. So if they can get some stops outside the arc, force the Jumbos to shoot, I think that's the key of the game for them.
Matthew Sewell checking in for the game, into the game for the first time. It's going to be a little bit too much to handle for Marquise Jones, and that'll be a turnover back to the Jumbos. Exactly what they want to avoid. Forced turnover, but still nothing gained from that possession at all. Dayton to Lapham. Lapham, nothing for him there. Dayton drives. Luke Rogers has also checked into the game for the first time. He's there looking for something. Savage out on the side is going to make his next layup good for 2 more points.
Nifty move there by Savage. He's almost, he has great finishing ability. He cannot be stopped if he's getting up to the rim.
17-4 in favor of the Jumbos now. It's going to be Sewell. Back out to Jones. Jones to Obiora. Back to Sewell. Sewell looking for something good. Not really finding it in this Jumbos defense, and that's going to be Ashworth's floater. Good for 2 points. 17-6 is the score. Dayton to Savage. Savage driving. And that looks like a... I can't even tell what that is.
Yeah, it's a foul on number 21, Atakan Atkam?
Akam, I think is how I'm pronouncing it, but you know, could be wrong. KJ Garrett checking in to the game for the first time, along with Miles Bowser. Great name, also. Bowser, long pass all the way out to Rogers, to Lapham, back to excuse me, that's not Bowser, that's Garrett. Luke Rogers, his first basket of the game, brings the score out to 19-6.
Once again, another possession score for the Jumbos in the paint. That's really working for them.
Patrick Gavin's checked in for the first time for the Corsairs. Shout out to him and all those Beverly, Mass residents who are checking into our program. Thank you for watching. That's Garrett all the way out to Savage. Savage for 3. Going to clank off the rim there and be corralled this time by Akam. Akam back out to Ashworth. Ashworth driving. He will draw the foul, I believe. Yes, but no basket there.
Yeah, Ashworth is an 88.2% shooter from the line, so these should probably go down if the percentages are right.
That was Luke Rogers' first foul of the night, second for the Jumbos as a team. First shot is good. 19-9 is the score. Ashworth's shot, also good. Really want to avoid fouling him in the future, especially if the game's on the line. Quick double team is no good, and that's going to be corralled by Garrett. Garrett slows it down, allows the defense to set up. It's going to be out to Bowser, back to Savage. Savage looks, finds Lapham out on the outside. Dribbling, Lapham doesn't find anything. Crosses again, back to Garrett. Garrett, nothing for Savage there. He's going to take this floater and bounce that right in for 2 more points. 21-10 in favor of the Jumbos.
My goodness, what a spin move. KJ Garrett with the great layup. And once again, more points in the paint for the Jumbos right now. They are just killing it.
Sewell's shot is going to bounce off the rim back there and be no good. Brought in by Luke Rogers, who swings that out to KJ Garrett. Back to Lapham. Lapham drives. Quick bounce pass down to Rogers. Nothing good from there. Out to Savage, double teamed. Offensive rebound from Rogers. Another offensive rebound from Rogers. Finally falls in, but that play is called dead before anything can happen. Some really nice fighting from Rogers there. Just couldn't quite get the shot to go in.
Yeah, and I think the Jumbos are trying to press with a lot of pace here because clearly the defense hasn't been getting set up for the Corsairs. And so if they can get, two to the other side of the court after every possession, Rogers due to score.
First shot is good, 22-10. Dayton and Pace check back into the game for the Jumbos as Williams and Pinto check in for the Corsairs. And it's exactly what the Coach Bob Sheldon for the Jumbos is looking to do with numbers. You can rotate out more people with his larger team, which is something that the Corsairs can't do. So if you can tire them out early in the first half, then it's going to be a little bit easier to keep the points coming in the second half. That's going to be Obiora's next shot, making it in, 22-12 in favor of the Jumbos. Pace drives, and that's going to be a travel called on Pace. Quick turnover there, does not net anything for the Jumbos.
Yeah, that post game by Obiora coming in handy again. So the Jumbos are going to need to play tight defense on him because clearly if he's one-on-one in that situation, he can score.
Williams back to Obiora. Not quite good enough from the free throw line. That'll be Rogers out to Dayton. Dayton to Pace. Pace drives and makes it in for his next shot of the game. 24-12 in favor of the Jumbos.
The lanes are once again open for the Jumbo scores.
And it could have something to do with fatigue already from the Corsairs. Williams drives in. And that pass is going to be a little bit too much for Derek Pinto. And will swing out for the Jumbos out in the corner to be picked up by Bowser.
Yeah, that's our fifth turnover there for the Corsairs. With all the numbers looking pretty even so far, that might be the difference.
Fouls also are being a little bit of a problem for the Corsairs. Bowser's floater, not quite enough power on that.
I'm going to say he stepped out of bounds there.
Really unfortunate turnover there for the Corsairs. Just nobody being challenged, and a toe out of line is going to be picked up by the refs and give the ball right back to the Jumbos.
Yeah, finally stopping a
Racy
possession in the paint there.
To Pace. Pace driving in. Nothing good. That's going to be Racy from the free throw line. It's going to clank off the rim. Not quite be good enough, but the fight gets the ball back to Pace. To Racy. Who can't quite set up in time. And Pace considers it, but then swings it back out to Bowser. Back to Dayton, who drives in. Spin move. Floater's going to not quite make it in and be corralled this time by Sewell. Matt Sewell for the Corsairs. Back to Pinto. Derek Pinto considering his options. Ashworth considering. Dayton challenging from the Jumbos. Obiora almost couldn't handle that, but he brings it back in. Obiora's drive is going to end up with a layup. Easy money for Obiora. Dayton to Garrett. That's going to be a long, I think it was a long two from Bowser, but it's going to clank off the rim for nothing and be corralled by Ashworth.
A travel on Obiora there. Actually, no, a foul.
Nope, foul called. Gives it back to Ashworth. Definitely cleaned up, cleaner basketball from the Corsairs now. Last foul came probably somewhere around 4 minutes ago, while the Jumbos have committed a couple in just the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, they've been a lot more careful with their passing. Trying to make sure that there's a lot more ball movement because the Jumbos were picking off those passes before. Not so much now.
Akam drives and tries to take a jumper. Doesn't go in. It's going to be brought back in by Bowser, who sends it up to Dayton. Dayton's pass to Pace is not quite going to be good enough, but Pace retakes it, and no foul is called. Offensive rebound and good play in the paint from Vincent Pace stretches the Jumbo lead out to 12.
Vincent Pace's third so far. Hasn't got many shots, but clearly he's a problem when he's in there.
Recently scored his 1,000th point as a Jumbo, which is a great achievement for a senior. Obiora's drive is not going to be good enough again. Ball gets back to the Jumbos, and Justin Kuyamidian in for the first time for the Jumbos.
Yeah, on that possession by the Corsairs, great defense by KJ Garrett. Now, Obiora is a forward, but KJ Garrett's a guard, but clearly there's a size advantage for Garrett as a guard, which is interesting, and that definitely helped him on stopping that possession.
Williams took advantage of a lane there, but just sent it right back to Obiora. Obiora, Garrett. That's going to be knocked down by Garrett. Corsairs looking for something a little bit more substantial than just a turnover back to themselves.
Yeah.
Nothing doing though. Akam will take the inbound. Pass to Gavin. Pivoting, driving against Garrett. Nice shot against the tough defense, but nothing good. Garrett took a few too many steps there, it looks like. He'll give it right back over to...
No, I think they was fouled.
You're kidding. Looked like a lot, but, you know, who am I to say? I am not the expert. The man wearing the vertically striped shirt is, so ignore me and any any subjective judgment calls I might make.
It's an interesting way to put it, Andrew.
Everett Dayton to Garrett for three. That's going to find the net. It'll be 29-14 in favor of the Jumbos. 9 minutes left to play in this period.
Yeah, Pace had 2 to 3 men around him right there. Opened up the easy three for KJ Garrett.
All the way out to Akam, who tries to respond with a three of his own, but nothing good. Pace's long pass to Dayton is going to be 2v1 the hard way. Nothing good. And that's a travel this time around.
Unfortunate turnover for the Jumbos there. They had a great...
Definitely.
That pass from Pace was beautiful. Just actually really good defense by the Corsairs there. Forced the pass out to Kuyudijan, I think, and
Kuyumidjan, I believe. Yeah. All right, and they must practice that play. That's a high-risk play to practice, but they've the Jumbos have executed that multiple times now, quite flawlessly. In fact, it was only the unfortunate turnover that really has gone wrong with the iteration of that play.
Brandon Williams Jr. is just so fast, so shifty. He's got a great arsenal of moves, and that's going to lead to 2 points for him.
Great effort to draw the foul once again from the Jumbos. Flirting with the bonus now, as the Corsairs have been locked in with that ever since their 6th foul about a minute ago. First shot from Williams. Not going to be good enough for a second. That'll be corralled by Pace, who brings it back up into territory. Challenged by Gavin. Pass to KJ Garrett, and a really nice effort that would have been easily a highlight-worthy play. Nothing for Garrett and no good for Kuyumidjan. That shot is going to be corralled by Williams Jr., who brings it back up. Challenged by Lapham. Couple of moves, nothing good. Gavin's play is going to be broken up by Garrett, but that's going to be taken back in by Akam, whose easy layup will find the net and bring it back to 29-18 in favor of the Jumbos.
Yeah, one of the main advantages for the Corsairs, their rebounding with Obiora has kind of been neutralized. Vincent Pace has grabbed a lot of these boards so far.
Lapham's next three is going to find the net, and that's going to be 32-18. And Thomas Lapham is having himself a game right now. That's his second three of the game so far.
11 points.
11 points on the game, has almost doubled his per-game average. Nice move from Williams out to Obiora. Obiora's jumper is gonna sort of swirl around but come out. KJ Garrett driving back down the court, all the way out to Pace. Nothing good from there. Lapham considers too closely defended. Lapham to Garrett. Garrett into Pace, drives for the paint, tries to just let it in and isn't quite there far enough. Inbounded back in by Kuyumidjan. That's going to be all the way out for an easy three from Everett Dayton. No problem whatsoever. 35-18 in favor of the Jumbos. Timeout called by the Corsairs.
And once again, you see the influence that the Jumbo scorers have had on this Corsair defense. 3 men in the paint on that last possession, and that opened up the easy three for Dayton. Yeah, they're getting great looks right now, and it's because of that early scoring.
Exactly what you want to see from a sort of non-conference tilt is just a really nice dry run to see how these plays work and demonstrate to the Jumbos, what should be happening. This is how these things should work. This is how because you can only run these plays so many times in practice because you know what's coming. You know how they might look against yourselves, but against a team that hasn't seen you day in and day out on the practice court, it's nice to know that the ideas you have and the ideas you're trying in practice are working. So, is there, where to start for the Corsairs? Where should they start, if anything? Is it the paint, or is it, locking down the threes?
Well, I mean, clearly they have shown an inability to stop this this paint scoring. They just have to play better in defense in the paint and have to stick closer to their men on the three-point line. They also have to stop committing turnovers. They have 6 so far, and that number might continue to rise. I mean, they've slowed down with the turnovers so far, but errant passes, traveling, these things aren't going to help you in basketball.
Force some higher risk plays from the Jumbos, I think, is the name of the game. As Williams Jr. comes up to, that's Brian Bousquet in for the first time for the Corsairs. Jones looking for something. Bousquet back to Williams. Williams on the outside. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Williams drives. Good effort with not a lot. Miscommunication there on the offensive rebound. Bousquet and Jones colliding there and sending the ball back out. Kuyamidjian on the inbound.
Yeah, Jumbo defenders giving a lot of space to those Corsair guards on the perimeter. They it's almost like they're daring them to shoot, but they won't.
Haven't quite earned the respect yet. A little bit, almost doubling up the Corsairs right now. Nice drive from Savage is going to make that into a potentially, I believe, 4-point play with the bonus in effect right now. That'll be 2 shots for Savage.
How did he make that play? He was horizontal as he laid it in. My goodness.
I mean, I think it's just got to be one of those things that just comes from spending too much time on the basketball court. And that's what you can say about a lot of these guys. It's just like they spend too much time on the basketball court, but as a result of all that time and thinking and physiology, you just make those crazy plays like that. So excuse me, that was only 1 for him, but he makes it. That'll be a 20-point lead for the Jumbos, 38-18. Williams considers communicating. It's going to be back to Ashworth. Ashworth driving, double teamed. It's going to bounce around and be easily pulled in by Luke Rogers. Nice defensive rebound there for the Jumbos. Kuyamidjian driving, looking, double teamed, nothing for him there. Quick pass to Savage. Savage to Lapham. Lapham to Engvall. Engvall's first action of the game. Lapham back out to Kuyamidjian. Kuyamidjian's floater is going to bounce around the rim. Rogers can't quite do anything with that. That's going to be back out to Williams. Williams Jr. moving a little too hard there against Lapham. I believe that's going to be a charge.
No, I don't think so. I think they're calling that foul on Lapham.
Lapham, indeed. And that'll be 15 foul for the Jumbos and push the Corsairs into bonus territory for the first time in this period. Pass to Williams. From Akam, Williams considering, back to Akam. Drive against Savage. Nothing for Obiora. Moving against him. And a neat little jumper is going to push that right into the 20-point mark for the Corsairs. Just about 5 minutes left to play in the period.
Obiora's trying to get that that mid-range jumper to go all game. I think that's either only the first or the second that he's gotten off so far, but it's a good key to his arsenal.
Cross, that's going to be Engvall for 3. Deep 3 is going to send that out to 41-20 in favor of the Jumbos.
I think that's Engvall's first ever made 3 this season.
Hey,
so
well,
good for him.
First time for everything. Get it done when you can. So easy little layup there for Obiora, I believe, on that play. It's going to be back to Lapham. Lapham to Rogers. No one defending him, and right back to the paint. After that 3, it's just right back to the post, and Rogers makes the easy layup.
Interesting decision by Obiora to join his teammate on the double team of Lapham there. That allowed number 32, Luke Rogers, to be wide open in the paint.
Can't say that I blame him, though, as Lapham is easily leading this Jumbo's offense with 11 points so far. Savage. It's going to be taken away by Obiora, who's on a fast break. 1v1 versus Lapham. Tries to draw the foul. Successfully does. And that'll be Thomas Lapham for the foul, second personal for him. Just about equal number of fouls now, 6-7 for the Jumbos and Corsairs. Obiora's first shot will be good.
He's shooting pretty well behind the line, 73.6%.
Probably why he looked to draw the foul instead of making the best possible play. Second shot is up. That'll also be good for the 2-point play on the fast break. 43-24 in favor of the Jumbos.
Yeah, they're going to give him some rest after a couple of nice plays on the past few possessions for Obiora.
Will Brady and
oh my goodness.
Kene Adigwe are in. Williams taking a little bit of a fall there. He's back up and playing. That's going to be Engvall again for three. It's going to clank off the rim, but corralled by Rogers to keep the Jumbos' possession alive. Reset the shot clock. Adigwe driving. A little bit too much mustard, I think, on that layup. Is not going to go in. That play will be whistled dead.
I think Kene Adigwe just crossed up Brandon Williams Jr. there on that last possession. Pretty nice to see.
Kenny Adigwe's first personal foul will make it the 7th for the team now. Brandon Bousquet on the free throw for the Corsairs. And not enough there. Rebounded by the Corsairs, though. For three from Ashworth is not going to be good enough, and the Jumbos will retake the ball on that outbound.
Yeah, Bousquet 80% from behind the line, but that might be just a small sample size as he misses that one.
Savage driving up against Marquise Jones. Back to Adigwe. Adigwe to Savage. And that's Will Brady. Engvall back to Brady. Engvall sneaking up on Williams. Nothing good there, but back to Engvall, who stumbles and completely loses that one. Quick pass back out to Akam. Guarded by Savage. That's going to be 2 for the line from Akam, and basket made, I believe. Not quite. Was that made?
That was made, yeah.
All right, yes. So potential 4-point play for Akam here.
A lot of rotating here. Looks like they're just switching out Obiora and Bousquet. Bousquet's actually been shoring up that paint defense so far. Jumbos haven't scored from that area in a while.
Akam's basket is made, and that'll be it. Will Brady charging up, nobody challenging. Out to Engvall, nobody there either, and that'll be to Racy, who makes the easy layup for 2 more.
And as soon as I say that, they score again, so.
Commentator's curse, potentially. Williams back out to Obiora. Obiora driving in. Almost missed the layup there. It would have been a little bit embarrassing for the team's leading scorer, but it falls in, bringing the score out to 45-29 in favor of the Jumbos.
Yeah,
Racy to Engvall. Engvall driving in. And that's going to be a travel on Engvall. A little bit too liberal with the space creation there.
Yeah, well, he doesn't get the most playing time. Trying to make the most of it now as he goes back to the bench. But provide a little bit of a spark there for the Jumbos. I mean, as much as a spark you can provide while being up by almost 20.
Not that sparks do help, but when there's fire going already, not too much needed. Pass to Obiora is going to be broken up, but foul called on looks to be Rogers. It'll be the 10th team foul for the Jumbos. Excuse me, the 9th. Oh, excuse me, no, that was Will Brady. Obiora.
That's his 11th point of the game so far, so he's been scoring a steady clip since he's been getting in, just dribbling in the buckets.
Tied with Lapham for the game lead. Looks to take the lead here, which he does. 12 points on the night for Obiora. 45-31 the score. 2 minutes left to play in the period. Pace looking for something. A lot of pressure. A lot of front-loaded pressure. Quick pass out to Brady, who goes for the deep 3. clanks off the rim, and that's going to be right back to the Corsairs. Williams Jr. on the ball, driving in. Pass to Obiora, challenged by Racy. Pass broken up by Dayton, looks like. Akam taking responsibility for that one. He knows he should have picked up on that. Clock stops again at 1:54 to play.
Yeah, good pass out there to the Jumbos coach.
Adigwe. Back to Pace. Pace covered by Racy. Racy looking for the pass down the post. Pace drives, goes for the paint, and gets it right there. 2 more points for the Jumbos.
Yeah, that's going to be his 7th of the game. 6th and 7th there.
Williams. Obiora. Obiora's mid-range jumper is going to be good for 2 more. That'll be 14 on the night for Obiora.
Yeah, Vincent Pace has actually grabbed 7 boards so far, so he's looking on the edge of a double-double.
His own double-double, absolutely. Pace. Back to Brady. Brady all the way out to Dayton. Bad pass. Loses him the opportunity. His own layup attempt is going to be no good. Good defense from the Corsairs there as the last-minute call is made.
Yeah, but another offensive rebound for the Jumbos. It's 6-4 so far in favor of Tufts. 23-15 total for Tufts. So they're grabbing a decent amount of boards. A little bit above their normal rebounding margin of 4.5. So if they can keep that up, that would be good.
2 shots for Ashworth here. All on his lonesome in the last minute. First is made. 47-34 the score. Second one up and good.
Yeah, Ashworth trying to push to 90 on the season so far in free throw percentage.
A little bit of a confusion from the refs right now. Not actually entirely sure how many shots to give to Ashworth. Ashworth pointing at the scoreboard.
Yeah, Coach Sheldon for the Jumbos saying he only should get 1 more, but ref's not so sure right now. Ashworth would love to get 2. And he's going to get it.
2 more. A little bit of a squirreliness over the rules, but can't imagine why we're Coach Sheldon getting too worked up. Team's up by 11 as of right now, so it's probably just the spirit of it, though. Just want to keep everybody honest with how things work. That's 4 in a row for Ashworth, which is something to say for even with this not quite capacity crowd going on right now. That's 4 unanswered points, which the Corsairs will take any day of the week. Dayton looking around, challenging Jones. Jones is still on him, though. Dayton considers. Full shot clock difference between the two. Dayton still with the ball. Back to Pace. Pace looking. Drives in. That's going to be no good, but an offensive rebound is going to be right back to Pace for his next basket. And that was his 8th board, I believe. Keeps this up, he will easily have his double-double by the end of the night.
Yeah, 9 points, 8 rebounds. He takes shots that normally people wouldn't take, but they cannot stop them. You put 2, 3 guys on him, still can grab it as Obiora travels.
Right back to the fouls. Turnovers back to the Jumbos. 23-9 left on the clock. Shot clock has been turned off. Dayton will look to, I believe, just run the clock down for one last play for the Jumbos here to finish the half off strong, maybe get above the 50-point mark for the half.
How are the Jumbos? I'd go to the thing that's been working for me all day, a cut to the basket by Pace. Actually, no, an alley-oop by KJ Garrett. My goodness. Glad I was wrong about that one.
Try again, Trevor. That is no good. You want to talk about some fireworks to finish off the half strong. You get the Tufts bench fired up. That's the way to do it. KJ Garrett coming flying in out of nowhere. And, I mean, to an extent, it's a little bit the same stuff out of the, back cut for the
basket.
it's maybe just a little bit more panache to it. So 51-37 the score right now. We've got about a 15-minute long half to treat you all to. We'll be back probably a couple minutes before the start of the second half for a little bit of a breakdown and preview for that. So we will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, we'll see you.
And we're back here at Cousins Gymnasium just in time for a little bit of pre-second half speculation, as I'm going to call it, because there's no way to know what's actually going to happen. But Trevor, knowing what we know happened during the first half, what do you think? What needs to happen? What are the keys to the game for the Jumbos and the Corsairs moving into the second half?
Well, I think the Jumbos just need to. I mean, they got to keep doing what they're doing. They've already scored 51 points in the first half. And their normal season average is, let's see, like 80. So if they can just keep up the pressure, keep getting those cuts, those layups, points in the paint, I think they can just ride this to a victory. But for the Corsairs, it's going to be a lot more difficult. First of all, they've hit none of their threes when in the regular season they hit almost 40% of their threes. So they need to be able to hit more or
just shoot better.
Shoot better, get more space. I mean, the Jumbos are clearly daring them to shoot, so I think now would be the time.
Pick them up on their dares a little bit and see what happens. But inbound for the Jumbos here to start it off, Vinny Pace will take it first, and he definitely takes the most minutes out of and has taken the most minutes. I think either him or Eric Savage have the honor of being on the court the most for the Jumbos. But Lapham, Racy, Savage, Dayton, and Pace are your starters for the Jumbos here. Deep three from Dayton is going to fall in for a good one. That'll be 54-37 to start off the second half.
Yeah, Everett Dayton, 40% from behind the arc, so clearly a threat, and they tried to get him open, then they did.
Obiora to Williams. Williams back out to Akam. Akam to Jones. Jones, floater. Not going to be good enough. Obiora fighting for it, but Pace is going to take it back down. Charge back to Corsair territory. Slows it back down. Floating pass to Racy, who's going to go for the layup. Not quite good enough. Savage is going to punch that out for Lapham. Deep three from Lapham. Falls in for another good one. And that's going to be 14 points on the night for Thomas Lapham. Have yourself a night, Thomas Lapham.
Yeah.
Make the
Corsairs
statement.
clearly need to start rebounding better. Especially, they've given up a lot of offensive boards, and I know the differential isn't that stark, but it really seems like it has been. And
especially when it's the sense. It's just the feeling that things aren't going your way can make things tough. A little bit too hard on the defense there, or God even knows what. Number 30, that's Obiora's second personal foul for Obiora on the night. First team foul of the half. Lapham back to Dayton. Dayton to Racy. Racy considers. Back to Lapham. Savage considers. Challenges Jones. Drives for the basket. Quick pass under to Lapham. Lapham doesn't find anything once. Another three is not going to be quite good enough for Lapham. That'll be back out to Akam, who takes his own three, and that's going to be an air ball, but that falls in for Ashworth. Ashworth to Williams. Reset, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Williams considers. Lapham follows. Obiora at the top of the key. Drives in against Racy. He's going to lift that one up, but that's not going to be quite good enough. Akam's rebound effort won't be good either. Quick turnover for the Jumbos.
And Williams Jr., the guard, clearly not happy with Obiora. He thought he was open in the paint, had a good attempt at the layup, and Obiora instead tried to go up for his own layup and missed it. So bit of miscommunication here from the Corsairs to start the half. So let's see if that continues or if they figure it out.
That'll be Vinny Pace with the effort. Not quite good enough, but a foul called on, I believe that was Obiora again.
Foul was called on UMass Dartmouth number 30. That is a written save, Obiora.
Third personal. He doesn't really know why that happened, but that'll be Vinny Pace making his first.
He's into double digits for points now. Two rebounds away from a double-double as he sinks the second.
Ashworth inbounds to Williams. Brings it up quickly. Williams considers. Moves in, but a quick pass back to Ashworth is going to be challenged by Dayton. Ashworth probes, but drives in and completely loses control of the ball there, but then regains it. Ashworth back to Jones. Obiora. Akam. Looks back to Ashworth, back to Williams. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Not a lot of time. Jones for the shot. Deep 2, no good.
They're going to call for a turnover. Shot clock violation.
Looked all right from here, but ill-conceived, to say the least.
Yeah, they really couldn't find anyone open on that possession. Multiple drives to the paint, but their shooters were not getting any looks.
Way open 3 for Eric Savage. He'll drain that with no problem. 62 to 37 in favor of the Jumbos. Timeout called by the Corsairs. Their 3rd of the night so far.
Yeah, stark contrast to the possession for the Corsairs there. The Jumbos, one guy goes straight into the paint, 3 people converge, wide open shot for Savage. So
and that's exactly what's been happening every time so far. They pound them for damage in the paint until finally they overcommit and open up those easy threes, which if either one of those double-pronged attacks weren't working, we would be seeing a much closer game right now. But everything seems to be working like a well-oiled machine for the Jumbos, which is exactly what they want to be seeing as we slowly ease our way into the playoff season for D3 basketball. So,
yeah, Coach Bob Sheldon's executed a great game plan tonight. First half attack with the paint, get the defense to sort of adjust to that, and then boom, just hit them with 3 after 3. They've attempted decent amount of 3-point shots this quarter, or this half, excuse me. And they're 5 for 10 from outside the arc. Good numbers, 50%.
You'll take 50% of free throws. I would take 50% any day of the week. I'm sure anyone would, but can't last. So take it while you can.
Yeah, we'll see if Brian Baptiste in his 35th season at UMass Dartmouth. Let's see if he has an adjustment for that.
That is a career right there. Williams. Pass to Obiora. Obiora looking for something, but right back to Williams. Driving. Ashworth. Double teamed at the top. Obiora by himself. Mid-range jumper will be falling in easily. Racy on the defense there. Williams knocked over, but nothing called there. Dayton looks. Swing out to Vinny Pace. Pace thinks about Lapham, but Travis back in by himself.
Yeah, rare mistake. Oh, no. Foul.
No, that was a foul. Foul on a turnover back to, excuse me, that was on Asham, excuse me for mispronouncing that this entire time. Asham is how the official score has called it.
Yeah, that's the second.
Dayton out to Lapham. Hot hand, not quite good enough for his 3rd 3 of the game.
Yeah, but those are the kinds of shots you want to be taking wide open as can be as
easy layup.
Yeah,
equally desirable shot. Vinny Pace, long 2, overshoots that one. A little bit too quickly, but Jumbos have some cushion to play with right now. Ashworth's first shot is going to clash in. And a nice little run for the Corsairs here, 4-0.
Yeah, Corsairs taking advantage of, I guess, the
off balance
laxity of the I don't know how you, I guess the lax attitude of the Jumbos as they instead decide to go for a slower pace for that possession. And once again, great layup, great touch by Vinny Pace.
Obiora with his 4th personal foul, in danger of fouling out for the game, which is definitely not what the Corsairs needed right now. He will step out for the moment as there are a bit more than 15 minutes left to play. Pace with his with his one and only shot will make that in. 65-43 in favor of the Jumbos. And that was number 34, Brandon Busquet, checking back in for Obiora. Out to Ashworth. Ashworth challenging Dayton. Dayton's not letting him have the easy 3. Ashworth to Asham. Asham's pass to Jones is ill-conceived, and that's going to be KJ Garrett who strips it away. Garrett beats Jones there. A pass off the foot of Busquet is going to bring the ball, would have brought the ball back to the Corsairs, except a foul by the Corsairs.
Yeah, KJ Garrett showing off his handles all the way back at the 3-quarter mark. Just completely is able to get past number 12, Marquise Jones.
Rogers with the layup. And that's going to be a foul, I believe, on Patrick Gavin of the Corsairs.
Fouls called on UMass number 33. That's Patrick Gavin.
Luke Rogers will take the throws here for the Jumbos.
37% from behind the line this year. So we'll see how he does with that.
Keeping with tradition. But everyone has to. Well, what I want to see is a grandma throw. It's been proven many times over that the underhanded technique for free throws, totally legal, no reason not to do it, and it's something along the lines of 90%, even for the worst possible free throw shooters, but nobody does it. Why? Because of posturing, I guess? I don't even know, but that's a really unfortunate turnover from Williams and Busquet.
Oh!
And another big slam from Garrett is no good. He was no obstacle in the way.
Yeah,
but
KJ Garrett just
Asham quickly
high flying.
Asham quickly shows him back up by taking the easy layup unopposed, the same way Garrett was. Garrett with another deep three is going to miss that. Offensive rebound will get it back to the Jumbos. And a foul on Williams is going to send, I believe that is Dayton, to the line.
Fouls called on UMass number 15.
Yeah, KJ Garrett had he had the dunk.
That was an unfortunate run, I think, and that's going to happen to everyone at some point or another. It's just he had the dunk, had an open three afterwards, and just sometimes stuff doesn't fall.
Yeah, you see him walking around right now. He's not happy with himself at all.
Can't be too mad though. Up by 22 on a non-conference opponent.
Tufts already in the bonus for this half, and it's only been 5 minutes.
Back to the move fast and break things philosophy, I think, of the Corsairs. Don't mind the fouls too much, but do want to avoid the double bonus by the end of the half.
Yeah, already 7 fouls for the first half. They had only 7 in the last half, so they've clearly been getting a little sloppy.
Derek Pinto back in the game, along with Busquet, Ashworth, Gavin, and Williams. Those are your 5 for the Corsairs. Williams, double teamed, is going to be tangled up, but a foul call on the Jumbos, and that's going to be, I believe that is Kuyamidian. The first team foul for the Jumbos in this half.
And Brandon Williams, 67.9 from behind the line.
Nothing but net there. Score moves to 46 for the Corsairs. Williams again. I would pay one of these players a lot of money to see a grandma throw in game.
Tell you, grandma throw isn't as easy as advertised. I've tried it in games multiple times.
Didn't work?
Could be because I suck. That's probably it.
Savage's next layup is going to fall in easily, and that's going to tie him up for the team lead with Thomas Lapham. So have yourself a night, Eric Savage, but I think you could say that about many of the Tufts players right now.
Yeah, Eric Savage clearly has a lot more touch than I do.
Williams driving in, but that's going to be swatted away by Luke Rogers. But he'll take the foul there, a little bit too rough on the defense there. I believe that'll be his second foul of the game so far. Second personal, second team. Still a ways away from the bonus, but it's still a lot of basketball left to play. Jumbo's up 70-46. 14:26 left in the half. 47 on that shot.
No, it's a small sample size, but Brandon Williams Jr. only 2 for 4 from behind the line, so they need him to convert here, get those percentages up.
Marquise Jones checking in for Patrick Gavin, and that one will fall in as well. 70-48 in favor of the Jumbos. Koyamidjian out to Dayton. Dayton driving in, and that's going to be a little trickery on the floater.
Yeah, once again, looks like the Corsairs have started to let the points in the paint trickle in a little bit there. Jumbos have had almost unfettered access to the paint so far in this first half, and that lead has grown mightily.
A little bit, something strange going on back there for the Corsairs. Lapham checking in for Dayton, though. Williams moving around Lapham. Challenges Roberts. He's going to toss that up in hopes for something, but Roberts is there to snag the defensive board and send that out back out to KJ Garrett.
Yeah, it seems like this is the time for the Corsairs where they're willing to just try anything.
Savage back to Lapham. Lapham considers. Waves off Savage. Cross to Garrett. Garrett driving in. He's going to find the dunk this time around. Bringing it back up for himself after the first miss, excuse me.
Yeah, that's going to get the confidence back up for KJ Garrett. Not that he needs it. Jumbo's up by overwhelming margin, 26 points so far.
That's the thing about these dunks, though. You miss one, you got to, shake yourself off and get to the next one. That'll be Kuyamidjian on the defensive board. Lapham, and another one for KJ Garrett. Bangs it down for a 76-48 lead in favor of the Jumbos. And he's back. He's found the mojo again.
You say redemption, I guess, for that that missed dunk. And
there's got to be that guy. You know, everybody wants to be that guy who has A, the confidence, or really rather A, the skill, B, the confidence. Both are equally important when it comes to sending dunks down like that. And KJ Garrett's just that guy for the Jumbos. He's the guy who can he's the spark. Just bringing a little life into this game, which has felt a little bit locked up ever since the second part of the first half. So,
well, I mean, there was only a 14-point lead. Not that that's minuscule, but the Corsairs had a chance, but they've responded by just defensive lapse after defensive lapse. On that last play, Brandon Williams Jr. tried to I think block that pass attempt, and instead ended up giving a huge mismatch to the Jumbos. On a couple of these, I mean, you can't have two dunks back to back. Just
apparently you can.
I mean, you can. I mean, it's not a good thing if you're the Corsairs.
The Jumbos have just decided that they can. Matt Sewell back in the game. He'll work with Kuyamidjian and find something to do. Out to Jones is his decision. Jones against Lapham. Rogers will trip that up and get that right back to Eric Savage. Savage against Ashworth, out to Kuyamidjian. Kuyamidjian from the mid-range, nothing good there. I'll be corralled by Bousquet, and that's Matt Sewell, almost losing control of that, but he'll rein it back in and think about his next move. Pass to Jones. Marquise Jones up against Ben Engvall. Ashworth to Bousquet. And that looks like a jumbo foul.
On Justin Kuyamidjian,
I believe. Kuyamidjian.
I saw that name when I was writing it down. I knew this was going to be a tough one.
Is my guess. If Justin's family's out there listening to us, please tweet us at JumboCast for a correction, and we will fix it.
Yeah, I apologize.
Matt Sewell out to Ashworth. Ashworth's mid-range jumper is going to clang off the rim, but he'll take the board right back. Matt Sewell for three, also off the rim, but another offensive board, this time for Jones. His layup's going to miss, and that will fall out for the Corsairs. And the Corsairs will have another chance for points on this possession.
Yeah, this is the ball movement the Corsairs have been dreaming about, just getting all these open shots. They just need to make one, especially Jones on that layup. You have to.
Well, that's
to grab that.
Nothing doing about that. That's some good defense there to trip that up. But a foul called on, I believe it was Engvall. Yeah. Ben Engvall's first personal foul of the half. Fourth team foul will push the Corsairs ever closer to the bonus. First shot, no good.
55.6% from the line. He has not had a good game so far, would you say, Andrew?
No, I would not. There have been a few open shots that he really should be made. Speaking as a white guy who can't jump, also can't play basketball at all. No disparaging the Tufts guys or any of the white guys on the Corsair team, but as someone who makes this their full-time hobby as he takes a nice defensive board there. That is Ashworth for 3, and that's going to fall in for 3 points and a 76-52 lead. But it's disheartening when your team's getting this beaten like this and then not having a good game on top of that. So,
well,
sure.
I have a little bit of a correction. He has grabbed 6 boards so far.
You have yourself a active game at least, at the very least. And that's and I feel like one of the rebounds are one of those things that you can do no matter what. It doesn't matter how crappy of a game you're having. You can be physical, be active, get the board whenever you can. So Matt Sewell looking around for a move. That's a Sham, excuse me. Jones on the outside, out to Sewell. Sewell looking for something to do. That's Ashworth at the top of the key. Nothing good, but Ashworth drives. Mid-range jumper. That's going to fall in for 2 more points. 79-54.
Yeah, well, more on Jones. He's actually not the highest efficiency scorer. Only 2.7 points a game, but he is a rebounder. 2.9 boards a game, so he's already doubled that. So
Eric Savage for his, I believe now team-leading 16th point of the game. Finally outpacing Thomas Lapham. Brennan Morris has checked into the game for the first time. He is seeing his first action. Jones going to get tripped up there a little bit, this time by
Engvall.
Ben Engvall's second personal foul in as many minutes. UMass Dartmouth has now officially entered the bonus. 5 team fouls, and it's the same thing that happened in the first half. UMass Dartmouth raced out to a very quick lead in terms of the fouls, but Tufts has come back quickly with 5 of their own. So easy layup there is going to put Mass Dartmouth up to 56. Swatted away by the Corsairs, and that's going to be a Sham. Running up, and an easy layup to beat Savage for the layup. 81-58, long pass to Engvall. He's going to rein that in, but then gets stripped away immediately by Patrick Gavin. Asham back on it, challenging pace. He's going to beat him. Not quite there for the layup, and Gavin's layup is not going to be quite good enough, but he'll take the board. No shot called, but I believe that was a foul this time on Engvall again. Indeed it was. Engvall again. 3rd foul in as many, not even as many minutes. That's 3 fouls in 2 minutes. He's going to have to watch out before he fouls out at this rate. It'll be before 7 minutes are left in the half. Good effort from Asham, but nothing quite there. Savage is going to take the long pass out to Lapham. Back to Engvall, whose own 3 falls in, and that's going to be 84-58 in favor of the Jumbos.
Can we talk about what a wild ride it has been in this game for Ben Engvall? 3 minutes a game, has only registered, I believe, 1 rebound. That is the only stat he has had up to this point the whole season. He's played a bunch of minutes, knocked down 3 threes.
As Lapham's own 3 almost misses that, and 3 fouls too. You can't. That's just. Want to talk about activity? Just like put that right back in there. As Obiora has found his way back into the game, takes his own easy layup, 84-60 in favor of the Jumbos.
Yeah, he has 20. Ashworth has 15, and Williams Jr. has 9.
Pace to Savage. Savage easy layup. Creates room against Obiora.
Yeah, for the Jumbos, it's going to be Savage 18 now. Lapham 14, and Pace has 14.
Sends back to Ashworth for 2.
17 now for Ashworth.
Savage, your team leader. With the ball, back to Pace, who has 14 of his own points in this game. Morris looking for his own 3 this time, and there it is, 89-62 in this game for the Jumbos. And it's commentators cursed. Did I or did I not say it was going to be raining 3s at the beginning of this this here announcement? Ben Engvall getting involved with Patrick Gavin a little bit. Disagreement about something.
I mean, I don't remember it, but I'll keep
hurts.
you on your word. I'm sorry.
That hurts, Trevor. It's like you don't listen to me or something.
Hey, Mac, I try. Don't worry.
That is Adigwe checking in for Ben Engvall, who, as we mentioned, has had a bit of quite a roller coaster this game. The senior guard from Barrington, Rhode Island. Bench warmer seems like not a great term, but someone who hasn't seen a lot of action is, why not? Why not now?
Yeah, we like to see it out here in Cousins Gymnasium.
Absolutely. Ashworth going to get his free shots now that Tufts has entered the bonus. Will be all by himself on that end of the court. This is the guy, he's probably pushed himself past 90%. This is the guy who made 4 in a row, 4 consecutive shots. That was his 5th in a row. And there is his 6th, and no grandma technique for this guy. 6, what is he, 6 for 6 tonight? 8 for 8? I don't even know.
Ashworth, that's his 8th from behind the line. He is it's actually 4 for 11 from the field, but clearly having an impact on this game.
8 for 8 well, that's what you want. This game was 20 points closer. That's what you'd be looking for. Patrick Gavin making his shot from the line. Easy money.
And Jumbo's with a couple of freshmen in, Brendan Morris and Max Oppenheim. So
Gavin's second shot's going to bounce out and be brought in by Pace. Getting some freshman reps now with 7.5 minutes left. 24-point lead for the Jumbos, and now is the time for them to see some unfamiliar faces going up against them. Pace looking Oppenheim in the middle. It's going to be Lapham out to Morris. Morris for 3. Takes his second one down for 92-65, and that'll be 6 points on the night for Brandon Morris.
My goodness. I mean, Brendan Morris's percentages from deep are good, 42.9 on the season, so he can do it, but it's nice to see.
Why not?
In person.
If you can do it, why not? Oppenheim, size discrepancy. That's going to be Gavin for 3. No problem, especially when you're wide open like that. You got to make shots like that. Raining 3s, once again, I love to see it.
Yeah, Tufts clearly thought that Brandon Williams was going to try to do it all by himself. And great court awareness to know exactly where number 33, Patrick Gavin, was, and for him to knock down that shot.
Adigwe a little bit too...
I think they called it on number 20.
Yeah, that was, excuse me, Derek Pinto on Adigwe. Adigwe getting enough physicality in there to draw the foul.
Yeah, Adigwe not played much this game so far. Usually averages 10.7 minutes a game here, but I guess actually I think those minutes are being filled by Engvall a little bit here.
Adigwe's shot is going to be no good. Williams is going to bring it up now.
Tufts almost at the century mark, 92 points.
Up against Adigwe. Obiora is going to wait a little bit too long, but he gets, that was 2 offensive rebounds there, and that ball's going to be sent right back to the Jumbos.
Yeah, and I think that's actually a foul, a disqualification for Adigwe. That's his 5th foul.
Obiora is, that was it.
Oh, Obiora, excuse me, my bad.
No, that's wrong team there. That's going to be a long pass out to Adigwe, who finds his own layup, and Obiora has fouled out with just under 6.5 minutes left to play. Tough loss for the Corsairs, but they had honestly lost Obiora about 10 minutes before when he had committed his 4th personal foul. So,
yeah, actually the defense in the paint was looking pretty good when Brandon Bousquet was in there. I mean, not necessarily the offense, but the defense was there. But unfortunate that even though he's put up 22 points, he's going to be out for the game.
Williams, no good on the shot. That'll be brought in by Morris. Double teamed, but no good, and he'll drive it right back up the court. Morris, hard stop. His own 3, once again, not quite good enough. Oppenheim reaches in, but can't quite make it. Oppenheim definitely in for his size. He's going to have to use that physicality a little bit more to get those boards.
Yeah, they did have 3 men in the paint, though, so...
Williams charges in, nothing good. And Oppenheim uses that physicality right again to bring it back, but Lapham loses it. Right back to Gavin, who makes the easy layups, 94-70 in favor of the Jumbos. High-scoring game. Yeah. This could have been a blowout, of some kind of ungodly proportion, but the Corsairs are doing a wonderful job of keeping the Jumbos honest. They're saying, look, you might be doing this, but hey, we're still here too. We're gonna gouge you for some more defense or for some more offense than is strictly necessary. A lot of passing, and that's going to draw the foul on Jones.
Yeah, the Corsairs I mean, you can't say they've lost their intensity. They're still playing with a lot of heart. Just too many mistakes to pull out the victory here.
And what did you say the Corsairs' average points per game were? I'd be shocked if they hadn't met that yet.
81 for the season.
Adigwe's first shot will fall in. Well, they'll push. I have confidence that they'll push past that with the intensity that they've been playing. As Adigwe's shot bounces off, pulled in by Jones. Jones out to Sewell. Quick pass out to Patrick Gavin, who can't quite make the layup. And a little bit of fighting. Oppenheim using that physicality. And that'll be a Corsair ball. I believe that could actually be a foul on Oppenheim.
No, I think they just called it a jump ball. Referee patting him on the back.
No,
saying good try.
It's inbounded. No jump ball.
Oh, never mind then.
Good pass to Asham. His own floater is not even close. And Adigwe, long pass out to Lapham. Takes his own layup. Easy reverse is going to put it right back into 97-20.
You know, I think I was looking for the word all game. I kind of forgot it, but one thing that's been awful for the Corsairs has been their transition defense.
Absolutely.
Jumbos haven't been stellar either, but you've just seen like bomb after bomb after bomb.
Those long passes are absolutely killing the Corsairs right now.
Yeah, the Corsairs need to
It's
start
tough,
getting back
though.
on.
And I think that's exactly what Coach Sheldon for the Jumbos was going for in the first half, running them into the ground so much. You've only got 12 guys to begin with. One of them is fouled out now. So
Yeah,
we're counting. Right. I'm not even counting. I'm counting 9 guys in uniform right now, one of whom's fouled out. You have a bench of 3 as opposed to a bench of like 2, 4, 6, 8, not 10. A bench of 10, which is a ridiculous size or simple numbers advantage for the Jumbos. And if you can run them down, the number of Jumbos that are having a great game right now is enough to be competitive with the Corsairs by themselves. So
yeah, they've got to be winded by now. We haven't spoken a little bit about like the numbers advantage, but clearly
Morrison again for 3 downtown. Brennan Downtown Morrison, we should probably start calling him now. That's all we've seen him do so far.
Matthew Soul hopping off the field, clearly in a lot of pain right now.
Brilliant. And now we're down to, 7? At a squad of 12, 9 are in uniform, 1's fouled out, and now 1's about to... I mean, at least he got off under his own power, but good Lord. I mean, just you can just look at the size comparisons right now. Our cameraman can't hear me, unfortunately, but it's border. I'm just going to go out and say it's unfair. Just we've counted, I think, at least like 10 people who have gotten court time for the Jumbos, more than even arrived here for UMass Dartmouth. So it's just a tough draw, and no wonder their transitional defense is terrible. They can't get down there in time. So as much as I agree with you, I'd also say, let's cut them some slack. They're definitely not playing at the same definitely not playing with the same tools as the Jumbos are.
All right, you got me there.
That's
true. That probably is
blindfolded and with one hand tied behind their back, and putting up a good fight, and they'll make their season average. It looks like 345. Well, it could be a tough draw, especially if Tufts decides to try to grind down the clock.
Jumbo's already passed the century mark here, up by 33.
That looks like a reach. A little bit too aggressive.
Number 33, Patrick Gavin, behind the line. 25% shooter, but doesn't play too much, so it could be a small sample size.
That was
some practice.
Oppenheim getting greedy, I believe is what the official score just said. Gavin again from the line. That's going to jump off again. No Oppenheim, though, and that's going to be an offensive rebound. Pinto out to Williams. New shot clock. That's going to be a nice little smooth move right in for 2 more points. 103 to 72 is the score.
And Brandon Williams hasn't done a bad job running the point. Try to get guys open, try to go in for layups.
Will Brady to Morris. Morris to Adigwe. Adigwe driving in. That'll be out to Brady. And Kuyamidjian from short. That'll be good for 2. And he'll take some free shots. It's because the kind of plays you look for.
Yeah, and more about the fatigue too. The defense in general just kind of takes a dip, and that could be why the Jumbos are getting so many open shots, is because you want to commit those guys to the paint so that you don't have to, have that lateral movement every single possession, and clearly it's benefiting the Jumbos.
People get tired early on, then it just doesn't work. It can't work. I don't think we saw Oppenheim at all in the first half, and here he's been the sort of a physical big guy. Look at that, wrestling that ball away for an offensive board. Right back out to Brady, who drives in, draws the foul, no points.
And Jones got kind of trucked on that jumping attempt by.
That's tough. And now Ashworth,
Morris,
who we've seen all, on so much of this game. You can see Sewell getting treated on the sideline.
It's Jones slow to get up too.
It's just tough. Small squad like this going up against such a big team like Tufts.
Having trouble walking, getting back to it.
He looks to be okay, but I would not be shocked if he was evaluated for concussion. Basketball is one of those scary ones because you don't wear any head protection. Why would you need head protection? But it can get so physical so fast. And my team in high school that had the most concussions wasn't football, it was basketball. Might have something to do with the fact that my high school didn't have a football team until my junior year. But let's just ignore that. We were a small private school.
I feel
we
like
were
that's
trying
a
our best.
pretty big factor there, Amen.
I will say, though, that the rate of concussions during the 2 years that we had both teams was higher on basketball. So,
yeah, Jones.
My point still stands.
And
now
left.
what? We're down to 6. Yeah, we've got to be down to 6 now. Jones, Sewell, and Obiora are what? So 1 sub left? Not even. I can't even. Yeah, 1 sub left. It looks like for admittedly the last 3 minutes of the game, but that's just a tough draw.
Good move
Brady.
there by
Morris out to Adigwe.
Yeah.
Deep 2, no good. And the fight for the rebound is going to come right back to Tufts. Adigwe out to Brady, who tries something. Drives back in, out to Adigwe. Kuyamidjian driving into Oppenheim. Nice effort from Jones, but that's going to be allowed for Oppenheim to take his first 2 points of the game. First 2 points of the career, potentially. Nice long shot for the Corsairs, bring them ever closer to that average.
Yeah, I'm going to have to call you out there. I believe Oppenheimer has scored points on the season. 1.4 points per game.
All right.
Hasn't attempted a 3, though, so that's still on the table.
Waiting for that. Those are my favorite, absolute favorite part of basketball, where the big guys take those 3s. Brady, long 2. Makes it in, 111 to 76. This is an offensive flurry, definitely beating their game average so far, these Jumbos. An offensive outpouring, if you will. Last minute here for the game. Williams driving in. Everyone knows game has been basically over for a while. That's going to be Bousquet on the layup, no good. Brady will take that back down to Corsair territory. Long bomb once again. Kuyamidjian for 3. Clanks in and out, and that'll be Bousquet on the defensive rebound, but he hands it right back to Kuyamidjian, who can't quite make it in. So no harm done, but got to watch out for those, even when you're tired. Williams and Gavin having a little disagreement there. Bousquet tied up. 27-8 left to play.
Yeah, Bousquet not happy. You could see he was getting tangled up by Oppenheimer a little bit. He was just slapping his hands down. So just Williams barking. Everyone's just tough day.
You can't be happy. This is one of those games. Just why would you be? Basically half your team got injured or fouled out by the end of the game, and it's just blowouts are never fun. Being on the wrong side of a blowout is never a good time. So Bousquet will take his second. Will also clang off the rim. Oppenheim using that physicality once again.
I gotta say,
out to Brady.
In the blowout versus close game debate, What side are you on? I think I'm a blowout guy. As
You
being
prefer
more crushing.
Oh, crushing. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. 100%, because at least in a close game, you know, say, we played well, they just played a little bit better. And blowouts like this, they're just leaving demoralized because, yeah, it was, of course, they might have been better, but. And that's your final score, 111-76. Jumbos take down the Corsairs easily, as it were, and it's just continuing the conversation. Blowouts definitely far more crushing than a close game, and it's I guess it depends. Close games I think are a little bit more personal because if you're the one guy who like missed the three that was going to be the game winner, that's going to stay with you for the rest of your life. But here it's just like, oh god, it's soul crushing even from like halftime because it was rather close at halftime, but they hurt no matter how old you are, where you are, what you are. So great game though all around from both teams. We saw flashes of brilliance from the Corsairs throughout the entire time, and meanwhile the Jumbos, multiple players in the double points range. I don't know if we saw any double doubles at the end of it all, but some really fantastic.
Looks like we did actually.
Yeah, we did.
Vincent Pace.
Of course, he did.
14 points, 10 boards.
Well, congrats, Vinny Pace. I'll be sure to say hi tomorrow in class to congratulate you again. But hey, this has been a lot of fun, basketball fans. Tune in next time for some more. I believe it is women's basketball. I'm looking at my GM right now. He can't hear me right now, so that's okay. But we'll be back for some more basketball action sometime in the next week. So for all that, I'm Andrew Macmillan.
I'm Trevor Russo, and have a good night. Total eclipse tonight, so go out and see that if you want to.